Hey everybody, welcome to Elite BBQ Smokers here. We're doing a live stream, podcast, whatever you want to call it here. I'm the host, Jason Hardy, Elite BBQ Smokers, along with Mr. Justin. Mr. Justin, introduce yourself.
Justin Holt Brothers Barbecue, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yep. We're going to wait, kind of just feel the talking a little while, get a few more people chiming in. Actually, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put a shout out to our sponsor for the video, and then we'll get back to it. We would like to thank today's sponsor, and that's Lewis Home Services. If you're interested in coming to the Myrtle Beach, Grand Strand area, and you're looking for someone to take care of all your vacation needs, check out Lewis Home Services. Contact information down below, and they're looking forward to hearing from you. Seriously, if y'all looking to come to Myrtle Beach, give them guys a call. They do an awesome job. They're very good people, and they love to kind of hear back from you and let you know about any questions and stuff. But thank y'all for tuning in. We got our first comment today is Mr. Adam. This is to you, Justin. We already talked about how I missed that one.
It's good to see Adam there.
Yeah.
Yeah, breakfast was good. I made a big breakfast on Friday morning for the teams that stayed overnight. Thursday at Savannah, Swine at the Shrine. Full spread. Thank you to Kenny O'Shields from One Eyed Pig and Jeff from CBFQ, who came and helped out throwing everything together, and we fed a decent amount of people. Way better than a chicken biscuit or toast and jelly or whatever everybody else eats on their Friday morning. But I enjoy doing that a lot. We'll probably start doing that at the contests where we're there on Thursday evening and start out.
What's up, Trey? Trey, I got your horns for your tricycle, and I'm gonna get you the General Lee horn to go on it. I've got it on order. You'll have it to you next time I see you.
Trey, it's good to see you this weekend too.
Yeah, it's good to see all y'all, man. Also, shout out to some of them guys here that got lucky enough to get called to the Jack. We've got Trey, y'all going. Smoke Me Silly's going. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
They're going. The Hog Mafia.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny and them boys going on behalf of Josh, and that's awesome.
Yep.
Got them, and who else we know is going?
Well,
Top Guns going.
Let me get the list up here.
So, McAdoo Heights.
Oh yeah, McAdoo. Yeah, that's right.
That's awesome. Congratulations to them.
Yeah,
that was really cool for y'all to be able to go to it. Enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. We were blessed to go there in 2017, and it is their Triple H is going. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's really good. This would be a good time up there. I mean, have a good time. Y'all been there, Trey. Y'all been there a couple years in a row, so y'all know the whole ball game. But just take it and enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. So I hear that Trey is actually going to be doing a barbecue class. I'm joking. Trey, I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm joking about that. But
kind of did last night on the Atlanta Barbecue Store.
You did. Yeah, they had a good show last night. That was a lot of fun. Really watch that. Brian and them over there, but they do a really good job with that show. And if anybody wants to check them out here. But that. But so kind of one of the things we'll talk about today is kind of a recap here would be about Savannah. Last week we had the show in here. We had the organizers here. We had the guys coming there and talked about the whole process as far as what the competition barbecue event there was for, raise awareness and to bring awareness and raise money for the kids and the people for the children's hospital, Shriners Hospital. So they done a great job with that, talked about to it. Then they got into a little bit of the contest itself, what was going to go on down there. The contest was a great contest. They really do a good job there. They got a great location. The people there were just bent over backwards to make it happen. They had a single meets on Friday, and then they had the full competition on Saturday. And we were able to got a call on ribs and calling on first day, and then calling chicken second day, and the rest of it we didn't do too hot. So cheers to the guys got the calls.
Cheers. Yeah, it was a good weekend for us. They absolutely hated our chicken, which was well deserved. I got a little heavy handed on the rub, so It had a little / a lot too much heat on it. My ribs went way over. I don't know if it was just the heat on Saturday or I think I left them in the wrap too long, but man, I pulled them and there were so many bones blowing out. And I was like, oh
Really?
my God, I'm barely going to have 6 to put in the box. I thought we had a killer pork box. I didn't get great calls on that, but we did turn in the best brisket box we've ever done and got a second place with a 178.8572. Definitely the highest meat KCBS score we've ever gotten in our career. Uh, just about a point over for a perfect score, and had Rooters and Tutors on our table who also got a 180 there. So that felt really good to be right up there with them. I was pretty stoked on that. And then we got fourth on the Friday night ribs as well, and those were perfect. They were. I never eat the ribs. I take like one bite, maybe out of each rack, and I think I ate 4 full whole ribs after I got back from turning in the box before we went over to the to have the brisket burgers for dinner. I was like, I just literally ate 4 ribs, man. I never do that. Our ribs on Saturday, though, I got a comment card that said that they tasted like candy. As a bad thing, not a good thing. And I was like,
Hey,
it's kind of how I make them, like
I know they were pretty brutal on some stuff here.
they were pretty brutal, yeah. And then we had Kids Q, and Hollis did really good at that. They had us all come to the little courtyard area so that they could make sure that the kids were actually cooking, which I thought was really good. A lot of Kids Q events, they just happen at the trailer, and you don't know if the parents cooked it and the kids watched or if the kids actually did it. Hollis really I lit the PK. I set the grate in there and cleaned the grate for him, and I trimmed the pork chop. He literally did every single thing else. He flipped it, he took it off, he glazed it, boxed it, rubbed it, like everything, and got 5th place. So I was pretty stoked with that. He's already spent all of his money that he won. So
true barbecue fashion.
True barbecue competitor now that the money's already gone in the weekend.
All right, so we got first right here. We've got Mr. OMF right here, barbecue on here. First off, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
If I'm not mistaken, my understanding is your first GC. I heard somebody tell me if I'm wrong, please correct me on that. But congratulations. It's a heck of a field you had competing against this weekend. There was a lot of really good teams out there. So to walk away with a GC on that type field is great. So congratulations to you, man. That is amazing.
Yeah, that was a heck of a field to have the guts to even go and compete with.
Yep. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
And then we also got RGC in the house, King's Barbecue. Ryan, tell you, man,
You're on a roll.
Is hot.
On a roll.
Yeah, so that was
Ryan's a one-man show too, right?
He's most of the time. I think his wife's coming some. They're going to go to the Royal, and so I think his wife's going to go with him out there to the Royal, and because you can't do the Royal Hardly by yourself.
No,
I mean,
a lot.
That's a long walk. A lot of people out there, but if you've never been to American Royal, go there, compete in it, go there, and just enjoy it. But Samantha, good to see y'all. Congratulations, y'all got a lot of calls this weekend. Y'all done some good walking too.
Yep. Yeah, it's good to see a lot of the Florida teams coming up. Even some of my state dudes came up and did an actual KCBS contest just because it was close, and they said, we don't do these very often, so might as well give it a shot. So that was pretty awesome.
What's up, Kenny?
Kenny, Mr. Breakfast Man. He manned the Blackstone the whole morning, man. He cooked literally almost everything out there. Hats off to you. Thank you for the help.
Yep. It was a great group of guys, and we had a good cook on Friday with the ribs, and I felt like we was practicing. So I cooked 6 racks of ribs, 3 on the gateways and 3 on the rec techs.
Oh, wow.
Just kind of wanted to do a head-to-head competition, head-to-head with what they had,
mm-hmm.
And I turned in 4 bones off the rectech, 4 bones off of the gateway.
Wow.
Turn them in, and I think the I think the gateway drum. Don't say it's a drum. I'm just saying that the process I done, the gateways they were more juicier and they were a little better. So we turned those in and got really good comments on like three bad comments or
Mhm.
bad scores. So we were playing around with it, and then we tried to repeat it on Saturday, and it didn't quite go according to plan on Saturday.
Oh
We
man.
had, but man, I was tell you, I loved the contest, but good lord, it was hot.
Yeah, man.
I
I
mean,
think so. On Friday, I just put a new digital wall clock outside on the trailer, mounted it up, and it's got a temperature thing in it. And Friday evening, I glanced up there and saw 99.8. And then Saturday, I glanced up there and saw 104. And we were in the shade too. It wasn't even like the sunny side where it was, that was an accurate temperature. And away from the smokers too, like it was on the other side of the porch. So I know that was close. And I was like, oh my God, it is so hot down here. I sweated through so much shirts. Also, gnarly. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me turn my thumb a little bit, but
oh
cut my
yeah,
thumb so bad that I kept wrapping it in paper towels and duct tape, and it would completely soak through, and I'd have to take it off and do it again, and it bled literally all day Friday, to the point to where that night, Hollis was like, "Daddy, you're dripping blood." It was like all over my shirt and like on the floor. I was like, I probably could go and use some. I could probably get some stitches, but in true barbecue person fashion, I just taped it up some more, kept taping it and kept taping it, and finally it clotted up. But uh, watch out when you're washing your very sharp knives, and don't let them fall onto your hand. That's literally all it did. It just fell and hit there and cut it all the way down my knuckle there. Pretty
yeah. I
fun.
tell you,
But yeah, that heat was something else, and then uh,
hey Aaron,
the storm Friday morning,
hey
Saturday morning.
Steve.
Saturday morning storm was pretty awesome. And Sunday, when did you leave, Jason?
I left Saturday night. I
Okay,
mean,
so Sunday morning, Hollis and I went and got a hotel room, and then we came back about 8:30 to load up, and a storm came through, and it was so much lightning, and it was so close that the hair was standing up on my arms and my neck, and I'm out there trying to chain up the smoker, holding like big chain link outside, boom, boom, just striking all around us. And I was like, I went through this whole weekend and I'm going to die here in the field. We got out just before the downpour. I saw Trey leaving as we were on the way there, so they got out, before it came in. But man, it was a downpour for sure. Aaron said he keeps liquid bandages in his trailer now. Oh, he's on blood thinners. Yeah, you got to be extra careful there. Man
yeah,
dies in barbecue trailer due to sharp knife.
I tell you, man, it's definitely. I know I was making boxes one time and ended up cutting the end of my thumb off.
Oof,
A little bit right there, and I was like, "How you doing cutting lettuce?"
jeez.
But luckily, I was able to salvage that. But
Or doing dishes. And I
yeah,
even keep my knives like in a little basket so that I'm not like digging down through the sink and grabbing one, and it just slipped and cacao. And I was like, well,
man, I
there it is.
forgot where I got a little tote. I put all the dirty dishes in.
Mm-hmm.
I ran them in dishwasher. I mean, it's just because I've run through so much water at a contest washing
Yeah,
dishes.
yeah,
I was like, this is crazy.
yeah. I did 3 full 30-gallon tanks this weekend uh, on dishes. But I've been trying to get them done before we head out. Just
Yeah.
because I end up leaving them in there for like 3 days in the trailer. Then I go in and I'm like, oh my God, what does that smell? Oh, I forgot the pans in here. Adam's right. I
No,
should have gotten some super glue. But I'm going to put some in the trailer now.
yeah,
Just as good as stitches.
it is.
Just as
No,
good.
we were just on Saturday. We didn't do very well. I was hot, and them ants about drive me nuts.
Mm.
And Michelle said, she was like, she said, there's no humidity here at the house. So I'm like, all right, I'm coming home.
Oh, man.
So, and I also had to to carry some food to my mama for church. So I got home and was able to warm it up and get it ready for her. So I really need to come home for that. But if I'd have won, it might have been a different ball game, but we didn't win. So we just decided to come on back. But it's a great contest. The people, like I said, the Shriners do an awesome job.
Mm-hmm.
I hear they might be relocating that next year to a campground.
Oh wow!
That's what the rumor is, and if they can make that happen, that'll be awesome. If not, it's still a good place to have a contest.
Yeah, agreed.
And I'll probably keep going back just because of the guys and the people and what they do.
Yeah, it was. I love helping out anything Shriners are doing too, because they really give back to their hospitals and stuff.
But the thing about it, where that place is, and kind of way off subject here, but where that place is, it's like it's right there off the interstate. But to get from that road back to 95, it is chaos.
Yep.
I mean, it's like, why does this 4-lane highway don't connect to the interstate without 25 red lights or taking 17 on a suicide road?
Yep, that is a suicide road. At least you're only on it for just a little bit,
Yeah, but I was going in Thursday night, so I'm on 17 right there at the state line.
Mm-hmm.
And the road, they got them barriers in there right inside it.
Oh yeah, you're talking about where the bridge is, and then going up to South Carolina from there. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. When we started going back that way on Sunday morning, I was like, maybe I ought to just change the route and go across Savannah and get on 95 from there. But
that's what I did,
because Hollis wanted to see the bridge again and see the ships and all. But yeah, that's pretty.
My trailer's so wide.
Yeah,
both tires are catching rumple strips.
Yep.
So that entire section is like, I'm like, I'm about to go nuts.
Yep.
Pull my hair out of my head. But that was crazy. And then until you got in South Carolina roads, until you got on the other side of 26, that road's bad.
Yep, 95 is pretty rough going through that part, man. There's that big dip that you hit on the northbound side, and I think I popped a wheelie for sure. At least jumped maybe a foot when I hit that.
Yeah, that was bad. But I got in left lane finally for a while, so y'all get mad at me all you want to. I'm just going to, if not, I'll beat their axe out.
I was the same way, man. It's like night and day from left lane to the right lane there. It's just patch after patch after patch after patch on the right one.
Yeah.
I did the same thing. I was like, well, people are gonna have to pass me because I'm gonna rock it over here for a little while.
Yeah. It's crazy. Aluminum pans are sharp. Them things will cut you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so next part of the equation to talk about is the BBQ USA show we had last night. Everybody said they did the same thing. That's what I did.
These damn barbecue trailers taking up the whole highway.
I mean, everybody's on the left-hand lane. I'm like, I'm trying to do the right-hand lane, and I'm like, I'm seriously, I'm like, to heck with this.
Yep.
And I finally got on the other side, and somebody come by me and blowing the horn. I'm like, dude, you're in a little Honda Accord. You honest to God don't even know what's going on with this trailer.
Yep.
But it's South Jordan, North Florida.
A whole hog. I don't know.
I know you can get them ordered through U.S. Foods, the chef store. As far as Florida, man, I go to the butcher shop down here. I can get them all day long.
Mm-hmm.
That might be.
I'd ask a butcher shop nearby, but a better one, not cheap.
Yeah. If I was going to reach out to somebody there in Georgia, Carrie Chastain might know somebody.
Mm-hmm.
He might be able to reach out to it. Would hold your horses. Could at least probably point you in a direction. If you're looking for fresh, you probably the best thing to do is find just a butcher shop, your local butcher, or somebody's got like a hog farm around you. I don't know if they got any hog farms in Florida or not. They got wild hogs.
Yeah, that's what somebody said that this weekend too. We ain't got that, but we got boars.
Yeah.
Yep, you do. That's for sure.
They got a ton of them down there. So did you watch your show last night?
Yeah.
BBQ USA show?
Yep, thought it was really good.
Um, I thought it was very good. I thought I done a really good job. I think I think Luke over Virginia Smoke. I think it really he what he did. It really did show the passion that we have for this crazy ass sport.
Yep, for sure.
I felt like the way he come across it, that even though he's slicing a piece of meat, and when it's right, anybody that's done competition barbecue understands this. When you have it and it's right, and you know in your heart it's right, then it's a feeling you can't match.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we were doing a contest in Pigmaster a couple years ago, and Sid with Googly Goose cooking me, and we were doing that contest, and I sliced that brisket, and that brisket was perfect from the first slice to the last slice, absolutely perfect all the way through there, and we put the OSU and let it rest and turn the box in. I think we got it first place. We got first place brisket. I think it's 180. But Sid's sitting there going like, he's like, I've never seen a brisket that was that perfect as far as being tender, as far as being just every slice across the board.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those briskets that we just cook perfect. And when you do that, you want to just be like, you don't care what else happens. You know you've done your job.
Mm-hmm.
Now, even if you don't score good, you know that that's how you want to cook it. That's what you want to do every day. And so when you do that, like he had that motion, because that brisket he had, it looked jamming.
Yep.
And I think Luke come across there is really just great. Childs came across with the information he was sharing on pork,
Mm-hmm.
and the things he was sharing as far as helping people out with pork and being a teacher. And Childs does a really good job when he's talking to somebody, explaining the in depth about it.
Yep. Yeah,
As
he's
far as
big
going and
science part of it.
yeah, he's really truly does a great job as far as explaining it. And some of the tricks he was showing about flipping that butt over, that's a big deal with that bacon. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't do that, that bacon will always be mushy.
Yep.
Um, and what he was kind of doing, and then he showed a new girl, and I didn't catch her name, Nikki, I think it was.
Yeah, it's Nikki.
Um, he showed
Been
her
there.
as far as
I've totally been there, man. Just a year in, and
yep.
that's the defining moment whether you keep going, because there ain't many people in the world at anything that are going to be perfect at it a year into something, and you know we see people come in and into this thing and drop off after a while, because they think they're going to get first place and don't get first place for a long time. I hit that moment and I was like, that's the only things I've ever been good at in my life. I had to just keep working at and keep working at, and eventually you start to get into that rhythm and you start to really find your knock, on it, and then you can really start refining it. I feel like that's where we're at this season and the end of last season is, flavor scores are great and they're consistent, and appearance scores are great and they're consistent. And now I'm working on timing and getting everything to be, perfect on tenderness and stuff.
Yep. And also, I'd say that one of the other important points is that Nikki was doing this in the show. And I think most people start a barbecue, they come in there with their own sauces, their own rubs, their own flavor profile, and they want to go at it. And that's what they want to do because that's what they grew up with or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then Luke and Michael told her then, you're not cooking for you, you're cooking for the judges.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to cook to play that game. And it's really hard to understand that you're not cooking for you.
Yep.
And where she's at right now is she's about to the point that she's gonna probably start going from homemade flavor that she's got to probably getting in there for the judges.
Yeah, she said
Now,
she likes it spicy. You can't come in too hot on this game, man.
yeah,
You blow some
don't
judges'
quit.
socks off. Yeah.
Don't quit, man. That's the truth. She hasn't broke fully. Uh,
No, it was
I tell
good. I
you,
thought too that showing the frantic nature of a double really played into the speed of the show too, because you could
Yep.
see they quickly got through Saturday and then went right into Sunday, and like I think really exposed how tired people are, like especially showing, after the brisket turn ins on Sunday, everybody was just kind of like, oh man, then he's just like they showed the animated chart and starting over and just do the whole thing again on Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think what they said last night in Brian's show is one of the things they're doing is showing all the different smokers.
Yep.
Like they showed a diagram of Child's got a rotisserie,
Mm-hmm.
um, and just showing the different smokers and showing how everyone's doing, how they cook a little differently and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
showcasing it. Now, a couple things about the show, and from what I understand, is LC Barbecue. Philip was filmed in the Texas contest and Alabama contest, and I think he just basically had just kind of a intro cameo type thing into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then this past one, Top Gun was filmed, and they didn't get into the show either. But and one thing here I'd say, and this is something other that I've learned in the last 6 months, is create a story. And so, like they done with Luke with that brisket, they created that story,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody wanted to see how'd you do on the brisket.
Yep.
And by him winning brisket, kind of just helped really solidify that story.
Yep.
But that story around that contest was around Luke's brisket. The one they had at the weekend in Alabama, it was around them girls and them cooking chicken.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of around that. And then the one in Texas again was about brisket too. Kind of brisket and I reckon pork chops or
Yep.
pork steaks. Uh, yeah, this is the part right here that
They should make Michael do at least 5 minutes of dishes in every guest trailer afterwards. What did you
tell
guys
you, man.
put on this? It's like baked in. He's like scrubbing with a. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
How many bags of trash did this person generate? A little animated thing.
And so I think what Aaron's saying here is kind of goes back to the show. I think if you look at the show right here, you had Childs, which was a really good teacher,
Mm-hmm.
and just the detail he went into it was kind of really focused on the detail. They had Luke, which was kind of the best friend. The way he came across was like the best friend in there, big teddy bear, over Gene Smoke and them. And then the Nikki was kind of like, all right, I'm blazing my own path.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other girl, I don't know her name, but and how she's just trying so hard. It's kind of just, it was a really good mixture. But again, the thing is, you got to be part of selling a story so they can sell a story so they can sell TV time.
Yep.
That's the whole purpose of it is drama.
Keep you staying in there to watch the commercials to get to the next section of the show. Yep.
I mean, it's just like same thing right now with our social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all this stuff right here. These guys is wanting to make money. So if you sit there and you post stuff on there, you create engagement, you create people start having conversations, then all of a sudden they'll start promoting your page more. They'll start promoting your post more. But if you don't create engagement in there, then they're going to find somebody else that is, and they don't not necessarily demote you down, but they're just not give you priority.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of just the same thing as far as the show goes. But I think they've done a really good job with that show. I think what they come across that show, they're doing a good job as far as showing the barbecue, the passion behind it, and to build up that storyline to it, and the family atmosphere is just awesome what they're doing with that.
Mm-hmm. Next week they're in Memphis, right? Memphis in May.
I think so.
Yep.
I don't know who's on that show.
That should be totally different, because that's a completely different type of contest and the flow of it. And, it's seeing GBA and KCBS somewhat similar,
Yep.
Memphis in May and KCBS, totally different.
Yeah.
Completely different. Yeah, I hope they have a season 2. So we'll have to see, because I guess they'd probably be filming most of that now or early next season, to get it into the queue, because these were contests that were last year, right? If I'm not mistaken. And then Memphis was this year's.
I thought they were this year.
Were they this year?
Hold on a second. Michelle.
Yeah.
Luke's that you were looking at the other day, that was this year's contest, wasn't it? It wasn't last year's contest.
What was I looking at?
The Barbecue USA show.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
I don't
Probably
remember.
was. I mean, we're towards the end, middle to the end.
It's all current year. Yeah, it's all current year. I thought it was.
Right on.
Yeah, so they haven't started inviting people for the next ones if they're having it, to my knowledge.
I'm pretty sure they'll do it again. I mean, you and I looked at the ratings; they're good. I haven't looked at Monday's ratings. They should be out the next couple of days or two, but it's definitely a hit for that network. It's one of the higher watch shows that they've had this year, so they'll do it again. I'm sure. Barbecue ain't not hot yet. It's still getting there.
Yeah, it's still getting there.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of right now till that one in Georgia. I'm kind of going to be off for a few weeks, and I'm going to probably do some practice cooking. I was called a guy today, and I said, I'm going to do a practice cook. You want to buy a brisket? Cause so that's the way I go. He said, yeah, I'll buy it. So we're going to practice on.
Awesome.
Do some stuff a little different. Cause I've been getting my teeth kicked in here the last few contests on brisket, and I need to figure out what's going on. Because,
well, I tell you what, I didn't change a single thing aside from I could not get a Snake River for Savannah, but so I actually got an Imperial from Mr. Brisket. Almost kind of the same cut of meat, to be honest with you. I didn't change a single thing on the recipe or nothing from Greenwood to Savannah, and turned in almost the same box, same amount of slices, same thickness. I mean, they looked a lot similar, and results hit in Savannah. Definitely did not hit in Greenwood. But I knew in Greenwood too, it was a great box and a great brisket, and I was like, if this doesn't hit again, that's one of the things Trey told me this weekend too. He said if I bomb on 3 contests in a row, then I'm thinking about changing something. If it's not, then it has, I'm going to keep the same thing going through 3 contests, and that's my defining moment if I'm going to change up anything in it. Now pork has not been hitting for me, so I got to do something different in that, which is crazy, man. Because like this one was even better than the box that I turned in Greenwood, man. Like my money muscle was so silky, and my bacon was not mushy at all. It had great texture to it. I did some chunks, and I don't know, man.
so my pork wasn't the best I've ever cooked. Okay, but so I turned in Greenwood. I turned in just money muscles.
Did you?
And I had like a 174.
That's good.
6 or 8, whatever it was.
Okay, cool.
So this weekend I was like, okay, my money muscles wasn't perfect. They were good, but they wasn't perfect. And they needed to tighten up a little bit. I said, but I only had like 8 to put in the box. And I was by myself, and I was a little frustrated with just process. So I ended up pulling some pulled in there. So I get comment cards, and they like, your monies are perfect. Your pulls was mushy.
Mm.
And I got killed. So it's going to be a hard day in the neighborhood before I put anything besides money muscle in that box.
Mm. Yeah.
Cause
Maybe I ought to try just a money box too, because I do 4 of them. So I mean, I got plenty to pick from.
Best thing about it is, I mean, if we want to do this contest stuff here, then I'm putting 2 things in there, but they score it down. If I hadn't had the comment cards, I wouldn't know which one they scored down.
Yep, I didn't get a single comment card.
Yeah,
kind of a bummer.
It was definitely one that I would have to reevaluate some of the stuff we cooked as far as how we done it. But man, I brisket was good, but I think I messed it up at the end, and just the way it works.
Yep.
Just the way it works on there. But I think that's kind of as far as the whole process, we're all trying to do better and learn things, different things. I don't know about Phillips' box fallout, but I think Ryan said he put burnt ends in his brisket box.
Did he?
I don't know that Roosters and Tutors did. I don't know what they done. I do know they turned in.
My points went over a little bit, and they just got too dark on top, and I thought it was probably too tough on the top part, from the bark on it. So they cubed nicely, but I was like, nah, if somebody gets these, they're going to say the bark's too chewy on them. So I left them out this time. And I actually had one judge I had 3 perfects. I had a 37 point something, and then I had a judge give me a 7, a 7, and an 8. So I don't know what they saw bad in the appearance on the box, but I wonder if it was a judge that was looking for burn ends, and I didn't have them in there, and so they scored me down on appearance, which does happen as much as it's not supposed to. There's plenty of them out there that are expecting that, and they're going to score you down if you don't have them in there.
So I've never gotten a 180 in brisket without burn-ins in the box. I've never done that. So I've always had burn-ins in the box, get a 180 in brisket. And I've never gotten a 180 in pork without having tubes in the box.
Really?
Yep. But now I've gotten killed many times by having tubes in the box.
Yep.
I don't think I've got, I don't recall a 180 in, I know I hadn't got a 180 in chicken. The holy grail of 180s is ribs, and I haven't gotten that one. But yeah, going back to what you were saying, I was telling Ryan that this past weekend. I said, go the rule of 3s. Do 3 contests. Do 3 contests in a row. If you get the same comment card, like we were getting a comment card about 2 years ago, unknown flavor in brisket. We found out that it was a brisket injection. Whatever reason, it was not melting good with our rubs and stuff here, so I was getting unknown flavor. So we ended up changing injections, and our scores went up. But if you start getting the comment cards 3 times in a row or unknown flavor, all right, put some faith in that.
Yep.
But if you get a comment card unknown flavor and you do the same recipe next week, you get it perfect, then it could have just been an aftertaste from a previous sample they tasted.
Yep. That stuff does leak in. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, y'all have heard me tell the story about Greenwood with cayenne pepper instead of brown sugar. So, I mean, that happens out there. Guys mess up. People do things, and they don't clean the palate very well, or you got some heat that just won't go away, and then it's going to keep going down the line. So, It's definitely something that does happen. Don't know necessarily how much it happens all the time, but it does happen. So, again, go by the rule of 3. Very good information as far as just focusing on that, focus on what you're good in, but cook for the judges. When you're cooking at home and doing home barbecue for guys that's known to show here that's not competitors, always cook for the people you're cooking for. So if you've got a lot of elderlies out there, you don't want to make it too spicy.
Nope.
But you got 20 years old out there, 20 years olds out there, you don't want to make it sweet. You want to kind of give it, so know who you're serving it to. Or if you just want to just try something other, try it. But that's something that's good to keep in mind. So you had some podcasts that you had released this week. You want to talk about those?
Yep. So we put out Noel Kays and Jason Singletary. Both were super good. Noel's was over an hour. Jason's was right at an hour. Those of you that know Noel, it's kind of hard to get him to open up on some things, and I feel like I really had an in-depth conversation with him over an hour, and we talked about the changes in what he's doing now, just trying to focus on judging and thinking about getting into being a rep, his health changes, which everybody wondered about, and I thought that he melted when I saw him after he lost all of his weight. A super positive change, and how he said that it's really changed his life a lot, and he's happy with it. Talked about family and stuff. Noel's a great person, so I was really honored to have him as a part. Jason's just a kick-ass dude, super humble.
You talking about Singletary of Smoke Central, by the way?
Yeah, he's he's a heck of a cook, man. I got to tell you, he's stacked up. I mean, I can't remember how many he said on the podcast, but he's got a lot of GCs and a lot of RGCs under his belt. And to learn that he's never won a brisket is pretty crazy. I was like, you got to be kidding me. And he's like, that is the one meat that has just always got me. I've gotten plenty of second places. I've never gotten first place. And that all the career and all the cooks that he's had, I thought that was just so crazy. Great podcast, though. Good people. This week, we're recording with Philip Mason of Fallout Barbecue, who's, just kicking ass at every contest that him and his dad enter. He got, fourth place overall this past weekend in Savannah. Quite a few walks. Philip and I are pretty good buddies. He doesn't live super far away, maybe about an hour away, hour and a half away from here. So we meet up halfway and eat at John G's Barbecue sometimes on Saturdays, and gotten to know each other pretty good. So that'll be a really good one. Jason, we're going to do yours pretty soon as well. Yep.
I'm a hard person to tie down.
He's
His offense.
He's a busy dude, but yeah, we're going to get Jason on the show to talk about his barbecue career and what drives you, and you've got a nice timeline of cooking as well too. How many years you've been doing it now? 10, 12 years. Yeah, so Jason's gonna have some good stories on his podcast for sure.
Yeah, we've been cooking a long time. There've been a lot of changes over the years in doing this. Been met some amazing people on here through this process, and some people don't see much no more. But some of the things I've been able to be blessed with for that barbecue, and not just competition. And competition's opened up a lot of doors. It really has. But just the people I've met that. So I'm in construction. I do roofing construction now. I'm an estimator. One of my jobs is to go out there on some of these GC's clients and the GC relations and sell them stuff here. And what I've learned is that talking about barbecue, I can basically, or cooking, I can build all kind of bridges. I can break the ice, and you let me in. Yeah, we start talking about barbecue. We might talk about 5 minutes about business, but I'll talk about barbecue. Next thing you know, we're gonna have some contracts from you.
Yep.
We're gonna be doing it.
It's a good end for people for sure.
It is. It's because it's something that I can come in there and I can take it and share a passion with somebody. And once they see that you have a passion for something other that they enjoy doing, and even I was doing this with a girl that was a vegan one time, and so I told her, "So well, give me a Beyond Burger and I'll blow your mind." And so she's like, "You ain't no way." I'm like, "All right, fine." So I got this Beyond Burger, and this total off subject here. So this young lady here brought me this Beyond Burger. So I started taking it, cooking it, and I put some seasoned stuff on it and gave it. And you should have seen her eyes. Her eyes I'm like, "What?" She said, "This is amazing." I'm like, "All I've done is grilled it on charcoal." She said, "No, but it's got taste to it." I looked at her and says, "Do you put any seasoning on it?" "No, I just cook it like it is." I'm like, "Good Lord, girl. I know you're a vegan, but for good Lord, you can still eat salt."
You got to put salt or something on it.
But the thing is that since that time and several people like that, it's just been able to have a conversation with them. Yes, we have a different opinion on the type of food. And I know Carrie's sitting here saying I eat fake meat. On defense, I didn't try it, so I don't know necessarily that it was any good or not. She just said it was, so I really didn't try it. What's up, Steven?
Hey, Steven.
But I mean, that's the thing about it is it was something other to do, but we were able to break that ice with that. And barbecue come out here. We can have a meeting with people and share ideas and share a passion with something other. And everybody in the world eats. I mean, that's the constant. Everybody eats. So everybody's going to eat something other. They might not eat this, they might not eat that, but they're going to eat something. And so it was something that we could do as far as going forward and sharing ideas and stuff here and sharing a passion. We can do it. And so we've been doing this for 12 years. We've been cooking all over the country. And just what I used to say about this when I was doing the SCBA contest. And this was probably 7 years ago, whatever. I said, but whenever I was doing those contests, what I loved about it is I seen places um, in South Carolina that I never would have seen if I hadn't got in competition barbecue.
That's the truth, especially for SCBA.
Yeah, because you truly, truly, truly start seeing small town USA.
Yep.
You start seeing these little towns that you go into, and you start meeting these people, and it's amazing the people that you meet, and with all the chaos and stuff going into the world, and I totally get the news is selling it because they're trying to sell advertisement. They're trying to do all this stuff here. I get what they're doing. I truly do. But if you go out there and you go to downtown USA, you go talk to people here, they're gonna talk to you. They're gonna be friendly to you. They're not gonna have no animosity to you. They're gonna be somebody that they want to do it. But the problem is everybody's scared to go talk to anybody. In my opinion, right now, and I'm not getting into politics, but I, that's just what I learned about it was that just a down to earth people, it blows your mind.
Oh, Kerry.
You must have ate my brisket. I thought I had 28th brisket, Kerry. I thought I had 28th brisket.
Y'all's box got switched. Oh, well, let me tell you, I saw the first time ever somebody didn't not make a turn in.
Oh, that's right.
And it was Kurt. I had just dropped my pork box, and there's a little shortcut from our side across the courtyard there. They had opened a gate, and you could walk through. And I just about got up to the corner. This red streak came by me because he was wearing a kilt, because he always wears a kilt. Dude, he was running as fast, and Rusty was standing up. I could hear Rusty as loud as he could. 15, 14, 13. And I was like, there's no way he's going to make it, man. That is longer than a 15-second run. He was running as fast as I've just about ever seen a human in person run. And I could see how close he was getting, and the countdown was getting farther and farther and farther. And I heard Rusty say 1, and he wasn't there yet. And I was like, I can't watch this. I just turned around. I kept going in my trailer. So I was out on the porch, and I saw him walk back around, and I was like, I see white in his hands. So that's not a good sign, So poor Kurt, man. He told me he just tried something new technique, and he just like it didn't work out, man. Just didn't have enough time, But at least he got that nice bottle of whiskey for dead ass last.
Well, I think I told you this at the contest here. If I get the DAL trophy, then please let me not turn something in.
Yeah.
At least if I'm gonna get DAL, let me not turn something in so I can laugh about it and I can take faith that that's why I got DAL. But if I turn all 4 in and get DAL, that would be bad. I mean that would be really, really bad.
Yeah, for sure.
But somebody's got to be that. That's the truth about it. Somebody's going to be that.
Yep.
But
I've never seen that at a contest. I know it happens, and I've seen it. I've heard it happen, and it happened in Greenwood. But I haven't witnessed it myself, and I was like, oh God, I'm about to see this happen. And it was Kurt too, which he's a super nice guy too. So I'd hate to see it happen to him, but.
We need to get him on here and give his take on the barbecue USA from somebody that was on the show.
Yep, for sure.
Kerry. Yeah, Kerry, I won't say nothing, but I'm sitting here remembering you probably would have won that contest if he hadn't have not turned in ribs that day.
Oh.
Down there at Somerville. But
that's why I bought 2 new clocks and have 2 more in the trailer and put one on the porch too. So I was like, I'm not letting this happen to me, man. I'm, especially one-man show. Kerry knows too, man. It's, you really got to stay on top of your game. Or chicken is mine, man. I get so close on chicken just because it's the first thing, and then inevitably Hollis always has some kind of crisis that happens on his game or some shit on the computer. I'm just like, not right now. Like, you gotta just chill out. I told him in Greenwood I'd made it with 1 minute left, and I came back and said, you almost made me miss that turn-in window, boy. And he knew it too. He was like, oh, okay, Daddy. Okay. I won't do that again. I was like, cool, Kev.
So this right here is a box runner mixing. So my clock, I got the microwave and some other clocks in the trailer here, but my clock in the cooking area is usually at 3 to 4 minutes fast.
Oh, that's a good call.
I always had that thing 3 to 4 minutes fast because I don't want to be that. The downside of that is I think sometimes turning the box on the end of a window can help with some scores, but I don't know if that's true or not. Yeah, Carrie, I think you probably would have won it. But again, my clock in my cooking tray is always, yeah, 2 or 3 minutes. So don't forget the women too now. Smack. But no, we turned one box in. I think I done brisket in Lenore, and we had 14 seconds left on the clock.
Whew, damn, that is cutting it close.
But Childs with Wolf's Revenge, he is always dead last turn in on brisket.
Really?
Always. It's always. Because I turned in like 14 and he was after me up there. Because if we get so close, Michelle says, I'm not turning in. So if it gets that close, you see me carrying boxes up there when Michelle's with me. It's
you know you cut it close then.
Yeah, it's way too close.
You ought to see these steak guys, man. Some of those, like Terry from 270 and Stephanie. Terry's the first person to turn in the steak at the very end. It's a 30-minute window. He's literally like waiting for the window to open to turn his in. Stephanie's the last person. And she just, I mean, she's not stressed at all. She's just, that's how she does her thing, you know. And then she's just, let me take my first place steak up here and turn it in with like 30 seconds left in the window. But at every single contest, you'll see there's guys that are just sprinting as fast as they can, you know, to get it in last. Which is crazy because it only takes you 6 minutes or so to cook a steak, you know, and get it in the box, and maybe 7 minutes if you're trying to get it up to a certain temp. But you know, 30-minute window. Aaron, well, do your best, man. Just get a pretty steak, and you know, look for a try hard if you can. If not, get a good spinalis and just feel it and see if you need to marinate it or not, and you know, just give it a shot. You never know.
Yep. I got a thing today from KCBS wanting to talk about state contest.
Oh yeah, man. I don't think that's taken off for him.
They asked me what I thought about it. I said, well, number one is go to ribeyes.
Yep.
Number two is, and I'm a big fan of State River Farms, but allow people to go get a steak from the local butcher where they want to. If they want to order a Snake River, let them do it. And then number three is go back to a scoring system that the teams understand.
Yep.
The system they got right now, we haven't done enough contests for to feel confident that the judges are going to judge it, or we know what the judges want.
Mm-hmm.
But what they trying to do is I know what they're trying to. I understand what they're trying to do, and I get that. But it's going to be New York strip ain't going to work, or Kansas strip, whatever it's going to call. I mean, I'm not going to waste my time and effort to do it.
No, I don't want to cook one. They have it at the invitational / open. We did our sign up Monday for that, for the open and the ancillaries, and because they did turkey, and they have a KCBS steak event, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do it, man.
Yeah, I mean, if it's ribeye, I'd do it.
Yep.
But as far as New York strip, I just ain't into it.
It's gonna be too dry, baby.
Speaking of which, did you see my video I posted here about marinating a steak in pineapple?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did you see that?
It's a great tenderizer, man.
Dude, if I left it in there longer than what I left it in there, by another 30 minutes, I think it probably would have been freaking baby food.
Yep, totally. Yeah, it's a tremendous whatever the enzymes in there. I used to use pineapple in my pork injection and got a lot of mush comments, you know, and I was like, I think it's the pineapple juice. I think it's the enzymes in there is just mushing up. That bacon would just, it would just fall apart, you know. And so I cut that out, and I think that helped some. Not that I'm blowing it up on the pork right now or anything, but at least I'm not dead last anymore in pork. But yeah, man, pineapple enzyme is nuts.
If y'all haven't watched that video, go to YouTube and watch that video. It is absolutely just crazy of what all it done, and it was a good steak. And Kerry was telling me about he's got somebody in his hometown that does I want to say he said Hawaiian steak, and he was talking about do some similar process, and he said it was a really good steak.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nuts of what that pineapple does to that piece of meat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy. And you're right. You can't leave it for long. That's a quick brine for sure. you got a piece of mush for sure.
Yeah, and we we released some other videos this week here. We done a little video. Did you see that video I posted short about the calls we got there at Greenwood at Savannah?
Mm-hmm.
We done that, and it got some really good views to it. A few drinks out of here. We're doing a grumpy old man tonight. Bourbon, lime juice, and ginger ale.
Nice. That sounds good.
It was really good with a little bit of raspberry. And then we posted another short today. The beer cheeseburger. We made a cheeseburger and put beer cheese on top of it. That was insanely good. Released a short on that today.
I like a good beer cheese.
Yeah, I do too. But that's what we got this weekend. I'm trying to figure out what we're going to probably send out this weekend. Might do one of them might do is be Mexican street corn.
Oh, yeah.
Before the end of the summer. Then we'll do that one tomorrow. Send that one out. That's really cool.
Some of that with Kenny and some of the South Carolina boys at Greenwood Friday night when we did our steak dinner. We made some street corn on the Blackstone and let it char up real good. Man, it was killer. In fact, I ate all. That was the one thing I had a lot of leftovers on. I ate the whole bag of leftovers over the course of the week for lunch every day. I could eat that stuff all the time, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell you, man, that stuff is a stupid addictive, and the kids love it.
Yes, man. Damn.
I mean, kids love it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know I was eating that one on that camera, and I basically I forgot I had a camera on me because I can't want to eat it. It's the craziest thing in the world. But
not the best thing to eat when you got a beard, too, man.
That's leftovers, man.
You kind of brush it out a little bit there.
That's just leftovers.
My thing lately when we leave contest, I've been craving banana pudding like crazy. So stop at a gas station, because some are going to have something on the rim. But that's true. So we got on the road, and I was like, I have a damn spoon, so I'm like trying to take a cup, and then I turned to talk to Hollis, and he said, "You got banana all over your beard." It was all down into here. I was like, "Oh my god!" I hope I pulled over something. There'd be what are you doing?
Justin, I think your internet's getting wacky.
What's that crazy person?
Well, mine is.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if yours is mine. It's kind of wacky or not. Yeah, you there now?
That might be mine. Here I am. Well, what I was saying, I got banana pudding all over my beard when I was driving. So carry a spoon with you, some banana pudding while you're driving back from.
Yep. But listen, seriously, on this stuff here, do us a favor on this here. If you're not yet, go check out Justin's podcast. He's got some interviews coming out there. Check those out. If y'all haven't yet, go to my YouTube page, subscribe to the YouTube page, check out some videos. You got any questions about things I'm doing? You want me to try something other? Let me know. If you see something that I'm doing that's kind of that's putting you off or constructive criticism, don't put it on a message on there, but send me a private message on here and let me know what you're seeing, because that's good information to have so I know what y'all are doing so that I can do it better next time. So, I mean, we really appreciate all of that. I think Justin's about to turn into a zombie over here. I don't know if it's you or me, man.
I think it's.
But again, I'll put the links and stuff here down below into all this here. You got a link tree, a landing page, Justin? If you got like a landing page, send me a link to landing page with all your social media links and
Oh, I
stuff.
need to put something like that together. Yeah, I don't have one yet, but I'll put something up.
Linktree's free. But yeah, do that. And like I said, also if somebody y'all want to come on the show, you want to be part of this conversation here, man. Anybody's invited. Love to have you on here. Love to be able to have any conversations and share thoughts and process. What you're trying. I mean, we're just out here to talk about barbecue. That's what we all enjoy doing. But again, that's about all I got for tonight. And I appreciate it. What you got? Anything else?
Nope, same here. I think I had too many tabs open on my browser for my work today, so I closed those out. I think I've juiced my internet out a little bit there. Life of a web developer, right? 6 windows with 60 tabs open in each one.
Yes, it is crazy.
Cool. It's good talking with everybody tonight.
Appreciate it. Again, thank y'all very, very much. We greatly appreciate that. Let us know if you got any questions. Love to see you on the show. Watch his podcast. See YouTube channel. See you next time.